wanted to find out what made Albert Einstein tick.
Albert Einstein, a name synonymous with genius, has left an indelible mark on the annals of science. Yet beyond his groundbreaking theories and equations, the physicist's beliefs on the divine have long been a subject of intrigue and debate.
He was on the threshold of an incredible journey into the invisible world of energy.
Was he a believer, an atheist, or somewhere in between? The world was taken aback by a recent revelation from a distinguished physicist who boldly declared, "God does not exist." Albert Einstein, undeniably one of the greatest minds in history, often found himself at the intersection of science and spirituality. His musings on the nature of God, the universe, and humanity's place within it were influenced by a confluence of personal experiences, scientific discoveries, and conversations with prominent religious figures of his time. One of the most influential experiences in Einstein's early years was his encounter with Darwin's theory of evolution. As a young student in Munich, Einstein was deeply religious and took the biblical stories he learned at home and school quite literally. However, when he chanced upon Darwin's On the Origin of Species, it provoked a profound transformation in his perspective. The scientific, evidence-based approach of Darwin's theory provided a stark contrast to the literal interpretations of religious texts. The logic and coherence of Darwin's evolutionary arguments raised questions for the young Einstein about the veracity of the biblical stories he had accepted without question. The discovery of Darwin's work led Einstein to gradually move away from the dogmatic beliefs of his childhood. As he delved deeper into the world of science and began to understand the complexities and vastness of the universe, the anthropomorphic God of traditional Judaism began to seem improbable to him. Instead, he began to envision God as an entity beyond human comprehension, one that could not be confined to human-like attributes or behaviors. However, while Darwin's work might have distanced Einstein from traditional religious beliefs, it did not render him devoid of spirituality. On the contrary, his scientific pursuits deepened his sense of wonder and reverence for the universe. For Einstein, God was now in the harmonious laws of nature, the elegance of the cosmos, and the beauty of the mathematical equations that described the universe. Throughout his life, Einstein engaged in numerous dialogues with religious figures, theologians, and philosophers. One of his most notable correspondences was with Rabbi Herbert Goldstein in the 1920s. When asked if he believed in God, Einstein famously responded, "I believe in Spinoza's God, who reveals himself in the orderly harmony of what exists, not in a God who concerns himself with the fates and actions of human beings." This pantheistic view, where God is synonymous with the laws of nature, became a cornerstone of Einstein's religious perspective. Another significant dialogue occurred between Einstein and the Catholic Cardinal O'Connell. The cardinal was a vocal critic of Einstein's theory of relativity, viewing it as a challenge to the theological doctrines of the Church. While Einstein respected religious beliefs, he firmly held that science and religion operated in different domains, the former seeking to understand the workings of the universe, and the latter providing moral guidance and spiritual comfort. Einstein's conversations with religious figures were not debates meant to undermine faith, but rather dialogues aimed at bridging the gap between faith and reason. He saw both science and religion as necessary for the human spirit. Where science answered the how of existence, religion tackled the why. It's noteworthy to mention his interaction with the Indian philosopher Rabindranath Tagore. Their discussions delve deep into the nature of reality, truth, and the universe, reflecting Einstein's openness to understand spirituality from various cultural and philosophical perspectives. Spinoza's influence on Einstein. Baruch Spinoza, often known simply as Spinoza, was a 17th-century Dutch philosopher whose profound ideas about God, nature, and the interconnectedness of existence laid the foundation for later Enlightenment thinkers and left a lasting imprint on philosophical discourse. Among the many luminaries influenced by Spinoza's thought was none other than Albert Einstein, whose views on religion and God underwent significant evolution over the course of his life. Spinoza's God was radically different from the traditional Judeo-Christian conception. He proposed a God who was not a personal anthropomorphic deity who intervened in the affairs of humans. Instead, Spinoza's God was synonymous with nature itself, an all-encompassing impersonal force that undergirded and was expressed through every aspect of existence. In Spinoza's vision, God or nature operated according to its own inherent, immutable laws, and everything that occurred was a direct result of these laws. This idea resonated deeply with Einstein. As a physicist, Einstein was constantly in search of the laws governing the universe. The idea of a deterministic, law-governed universe, free of divine interventions, aligned with his scientific pursuits. Einstein once famously remarked, "I believe in Spinoza's God who reveals himself in the orderly harmony of what exists, not in a God who concerns himself with the fates and actions of human beings." Einstein's appreciation for Spinoza extended beyond mere philosophical alignments. He admired the rigorous consistency and logical coherence of Spinoza's system. In Spinoza, Einstein found a model for integrating science, philosophy, and spirituality without resorting to traditional religious dogma. This harmonization appealed to Einstein's holistic view of the universe, where science and spirituality were not at odds, but were two sides of the same coin, both seeking to unravel the mysteries of existence. Moreover, Spinoza's ethical philosophy, which emphasized rationality, understanding, and love as the paths to true happiness and virtue, also found a resonance in Einstein. Both men, in their own ways, were deeply committed to the idea that understanding the world was a path to transcendence and personal fulfillment. The influence of Spinoza on Einstein's religious views can also be gleaned from their shared skepticism of religious rituals and institutions. Spinoza was excommunicated from the Jewish community of Amsterdam for his radical views, while Einstein often expressed reservations about organized religion, favoring instead a personal spirituality rooted in awe and wonder at the cosmos. However, while Spinoza's influence on Einstein is evident, it is essential to note that Einstein's views were also shaped by numerous other factors, including his Jewish heritage, the scientific developments of his time, and his personal experiences. Einstein did not simply adopt Spinoza's views wholesale, but synthesized them with other influences to form a unique spiritual perspective that respected both scientific rigor and mystical wonder. Einstein's personal beliefs and their relevance. Albert Einstein's beliefs about religion, science, and philosophy were not formed in isolation, but rather evolved through a complex interplay of personal experiences, intellectual explorations, and the significant influences of thinkers like Baruch Spinoza. At the heart of Einstein's beliefs was an intricate balance between reason and religion, highlighting the symbiotic relationship between the two while also asserting their distinctive domains. Einstein often mused on the nature of religion, once stating, "Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind." This encapsulated his view that while science sought to understand the workings of the universe, religion addressed the human soul's yearnings and provided a moral compass. However, he firmly believed that any religious belief divorced from reason and critical inquiry was not only misplaced, but could also be detrimental. One of Einstein's most striking beliefs was his view on the anthropomorphic conception of God. He saw this personal God, often invoked in traditional religious circles, as a figure arising from human fears and desires. For Einstein, this God was a product of human frailties and not the omnipotent, omniscient deity governing the cosmos. Instead, he gravitated towards a pantheistic view, akin to Spinoza's, where God was equated with the laws of nature and the beauty and harmony of the universe. His respect for Spinoza went beyond mere philosophical agreements. He admired Spinoza's life choices, specifically his commitment to leading a life of integrity, even in the face of excommunication and societal rejection. For Einstein, Spinoza was a shining example of a life dedicated to intellectual honesty, free inquiry, and ethical living. He once said, "I do not believe in immortality of the individual, and I consider ethics to be an exclusively human concern with no superhuman authority behind it." Spinoza's life and his ethics demonstrated this conviction in action. Yet it's important to underline that Einstein did not dismiss the importance of religion in human life. He recognized its profound impact on human culture, morality, and personal solace. What he argued against was blind faith, unexamined beliefs, and the dangers of dogma. He believed that a true religious feeling arises from recognizing the vastness and beauty of the universe and a profound sense of mystery, rather than adhering to ritualistic practices or accepting religious tenets without scrutiny. Einstein's views on the relationship between science and religion are of profound relevance, especially in an age where debates between faith and reason often create chasms in societal discourse. He exemplified a path where one could marvel at the mysteries of the universe, appreciate the moral compass offered by religion, yet always maintain a commitment to reason, inquiry, and skepticism. Furthermore, his reverence for Spinoza serves as a reminder of the timeless nature of certain philosophical ideas and the profound impact that thinkers from different eras can have on each other. In an age of rapid technological advancements, Einstein's beliefs underscore the importance of grounding our pursuits in ethical considerations and the larger quest for understanding and meaning.